Definitely the most advanced 125 two-stroke dirt bike ever made. But there's a couple things I'm not really sure about. Hey, what's up guys, Rado here, and yes, the most advanced 125 two-stroke ever made is coming to our dealers. So KTM, 2023 KTM 125 XC, it's an off-road race bike. It's never been done before. This is something brand new and I'm pretty excited about. There's a couple things that I'm not really sure about and we're gonna talk about it as well. Now you guys, if you go to your dealers to check on a bike, don't forget there is way more you can buy at your local dealer, at your local retailer. If you want to know what they have in stock before you go, you can jump on PureMoto.com. You can search the inventory of your local dealer online and then go down and pick it up. KTM came with this completely brand new bike for 2023. I rode 2023 KTM XC 350 and SX 350 four-stroke bikes, and yeah, I like the bikes. They were amazing, very sharp handling, kind of a little bit stiffer than before, and it has all new chassis, new suspension, new bodywork, new engine, mass centralization, new maps, all kinds of switches. Really advanced bike. That's for the four-stroke. Now for the two-stroke, they did even more. And everything is pretty much brand new on that bike. Fuel injection for 125s, motocross bikes and enduro bikes, all of them. There is no more carburetors coming from KTM. Everything is fuel injected, and it's not a TPI. It's a different kind of fuel injection. It's a throttle body, key-in throttle body that it's pretty much very similar to your four-stroke throttle body. Should work much better. You mix your gas in a tank and then it just goes to your throttle body. There are injectors and it works like that. So I'm pretty excited about that. Plus, you have electric start on all the dirt bikes now, all the two-stroke dirt bikes, even 125 motocross bikes, off-road bikes, all of them have electric start. And you have electronic power valve that works with your CDI and all the sensors in the engine, so they know what you're doing, where is your throttle, what kind of power you're looking for, and they are saying that it has the most torque out of 125 engine, which is incredible. And judging by the articles I read and the reviews I saw of the people riding those pre-production 125 at Redbud, everybody loved the power on those two-strokes. So 125, they love the two-stroke power, you know, the bottom power, and it still revs a lot. It has a map switch, it has all kinds of things that you normally don't see on a two-stroke. So yes, it is the most advanced two-stroke dirt bike. But I want to talk about a couple things that surprised me. I did research. I actually reached out to KTM and I wanted to know what is the difference between 125 SX motocross bike and 125 XC off-road race bike, right? But normally if you look at 250 or 300, there is quite a lot of difference in those two bikes. They're not the same. SX and XC is not the same in those higher ranks, higher engines, right? But for 125, I was surprised, and to be honest, not pleasantly. I was surprised to learn that the only difference between the SX and the XC is bigger tank, hand shields or hand guard, kickstand, bigger wheel, and maybe the suspension tuning. That's about it. There is no change to map. There is no change to power valve. There is no change to some porting or head mods. There is nothing to give you more power on the bottom. There is no change in the transmission. There is no gear difference. Everything has the same ratio. Engine is completely identical, SX and XC. And that was really surprising to me. So help me to understand if you guys know why, or comment below and share your opinion. There is I think, easy way with all the electronics, the electronic power valve, the fuel injection, and then CDI and all that, and even the map switch. I think it's much easier to tune that bike for different characteristics to give you a little bit better bottom power, because if you're riding off-road, many times you are relying on the bottom power more. You don't keep it wide open all the time like you would on the motocross track, right? So I'm kind of surprised that they wouldn't give us something different on the XC. They wouldn't give us different map, they wouldn't give us different settings for the power valve, maybe a little bit better power on the bottom, so the power curve would be a little bit different. I was really surprised they didn't give us, the different things for SX and XC. For example, YZ, we did a video about YZ before. 2023 YZ125X and 2023 YZ125 have a different power curve. There's a different design for the power valve and different head mounts, so the bike feels different. And I rode them back to back, not 2023 but 2020. I rode them back to back, and I could feel the difference between the power delivery on the X model and on the straight motocross model. So in KTM I was expecting the same. I was actually expecting even more, because they have all those electronics that they can, I think, easily tweak to give us slightly different power, different characteristics. So I'm just surprised they're not doing it. Let me know below comments what you think about it. Now, one possible reason why they don't do it is because the bottom power is so good with all that they are saying. I have to write one to feel it, but maybe the bottom power is so good that you don't really need to tweak it, you don't really need to change it in order for this bike to feel good off-road. And then, transmission 6 gear, you have 6 gears and you shift through those gears on 125 anyway, so maybe it doesn't make much sense to change the ratios in the gearbox. So I give them that. Okay, so 6-speed 125, I give them that. That's okay. But why they're not changing the mapping? Why they're not changing, the feel of the power delivery? I don't know. So as I said, one possible reason could be that it's already so good that they don't need to touch it at all. So second thing that I'm not really sure about is that they got rid of the Kickstarter. It was kickstarted all the way up to 2022. Now they are changing all that, so all the models have only electric start. There is no backup Kickstarter, and there is not even an option to add that if you want to have it on your bike. So 125s from now on from KTM will be magic button only. Personally, I would be happy to have that little Kickstarter there just in case, but yeah, that's how they decided. Weight saving, I don't know why, but that's what it is. So these two things, the power delivery same as SX and the Kickstarter, probably not the best, but we don't know. We'll see how everything works. We get one for review, we can look at everything, and then we will know more. Husqvarna doesn't actually offer this model in their lineup. They only have 125 TC, which is the race motocross two-stroke. But since there is not much difference between these two bikes, you can just make your own TX. You can just add 18-inch rear wheel, skid plate, and handguards, and you're pretty much good to go. Maybe the kickstand too. So there is not a lot of difference. It's pretty much the same bike. That's why I think Husqvarna doesn't even bother having that bike on the lineup. All right, guys, so now we have these two options for a 125 two-stroke off-road race bike. You can go with the simple YZ125 that has 4 wires, CDI box, and the spark plug. That's about it. And then you have this super advanced KTM 125XC that has the battery, starter, fuel pump, ignition, with a lot of maps and all those kind of things. The pretty heavy CDI box there. Then it has electronic power valve, so there's a lot of technology. Also a lot of things that you can have problem with. And then you have this super simple, easy, mechanical everything YZ125. There is about 1,200 difference. This is more expensive, 1,200. This one is around 7,000. This one is like 8,250. Which one is more appealing to you? Would you pick this latest and greatest? And I don't doubt it will be an amazing bike. Or you would go with something that it's easy to work on, easy to jet. There is nothing to break down, no electronics, and you know your stuff on those YZs 125. Which one is more appealing to you? Let me know. All right, my friends, well, that's about it for today. I am personally really excited about these KTMs. I'm happy that somebody is pushing this two-stroke market forward in this way. Like, if it wouldn't be for Austrian bikes, I think even other brands will be a little bit slower. So the KTM is kind of, spearheading all that development in two-stroke, and everybody else is slowly following. So I'm really happy to see that. It's great to have these options on the market, to have your old school YZs, then you have your Shercos, Betas, and then you have KTM. So it's cool to have all this wide variety we can choose from. Let me know below in the comments what you think about this KTM machine, what you think about the options they did, what you think about not having the kickstart and being same as SX. And don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.